Welcome to another episode of WTF Cinema.
This movie. I don't even know where to start. I don't think this movie was ever meant to make sense. I don't. And tackling it was definitely the hardest thing I've ever done on WTF Cinema. This review almost didn't happen about a dozen times. Let's go ahead and start. So our main character is an exterminator who discovers while he's on the job that he's almost out of the powder that he uses to kill bugs. Why is he almost out of the powder, you ask?
Just do what everybody else does.
Oh, it turns out that his wife is shooting up the bug powder to get high. What the hell is in this stuff? I mean, it's toxic to bugs, but it gets people high? Well, considering the things that most people use to get high, I guess that's okay. Now, the cops arrest him for possession of a dangerous substance, i.e. the bug powder. Now here's the thing though, they arrest him at work, at his job, where he gets the bug powder that he uses to kill bugs. So they went in and they arrested him for having the substance, even though it was part of his job, and they didn't arrest the guy in the back who fills up the thing, who's got like jars of this stuff ready to go. They didn't arrest his boss for possibly distributing this stuff. And by the way, it's meant to kill bugs. How is he getting arrested for having this? Even if it can get people high, that's not its intended use. Its intended use is to kill insects. So now the cops don't believe that the bug powder is used to actually kill insects. So they decide to test it by pulling out this giant honking bug that they've got at the station, dipping it in the stuff, and seeing if it dies or not. Because, you know, every police department has that gigantic bug they keep around just to make sure that the illegal drugs they're busting somebody for aren't actually legitimate extermination tools. So while it's bathing in this stuff and just soaking it in, the bug tells the exterminator that his wife is an undercover agent for Interzone Incorporated, and that it's his mission to kill her.
William Lee, I have arranged all this just to have a moment alone with you.
The bug starts talking. And if that freaks you out, you should probably stop this review now, because we are quickly running out of sanity. Can I also point out that the bug is getting high off of the powder? What the hell is in this stuff? Clearly it doesn't kill bugs. It gets people and bugs high. Does it get the bugs so high that they die? Is that really how you want to kill your bugs? I mean, I guess it's nice that they get to go out in a moment of euphoric bliss. If, you know, making bugs happy is really how you wanted your day to go, then by all means. So our exterminator does what any one of us would do if a hyper-intelligent, ginormous bug who was high on bug powder started trash-talking our wife.
Have to pay.
He squishes it with his shoe. What's his wife doing while this is going on? She's back at the house, breathing on bugs. Breathing on bugs. Well, it's important to have hobbies. So a buddy of his sends him to a doctor who supposedly is very good at helping people to get over this bug powder addiction because it's fairly widespread. And the doctor gives him something called black meat to mix in with the powder, which will make the powder less desirable to the user. great. So this isn't at all like morphine, right? Where it's helpful to get you off heroin, but then you're addicted to the morphine. It's not like that at all. It's probably exactly like that. So he comes home from the doctor's office to find that his wife is screwing his two friends. Well, she's screwing one of them. The other one is sitting on a nearby table reading from the book of completely random
Players, servers of fragmentary warrants taken down in hebephrenic shorthand.
And he does what I think most of us would do if we came home to that kind of scene, and forces his wife to reenact a scene from William Tell.
Guess it's about time for our William Tell routine.
Which accidentally leads to her death. Yeah, that's probably how I'd handle it too. Alright, so now he's killed his wife. He's on the run from the police for the bug powder issue, so he doesn't really have a job, can't go home, so there's only one thing to do. Go to the local bar, get drunk, and meet... Oh my god. What the f*** is that thing?
He's called Mugwump.
No, seriously. I want to know what that is.
Point of feigning surprise.
What is that? No, I want answers. I want to know what is that? What is that? So the thing hires him to work for Interzone. And his first job is to go to Interzone, which is apparently in South Africa, North Africa, somewhere in Africa, and write a report about what happened to his wife. Now, needing something to write his reports on, he trades his gun in for a typewriter. Why do I bring up something this trivial? Because typewriters are going to be very important in this movie, I think. It's hard to tell, really. So, while in Interzone, he gets involved in the black meat trade, which is the stuff that was mixed in with the bug powder. Turns out the black meat is highly addictive. Dude gets totally hooked on black meat. And also, it's worth noting that black meat is made from giant centipedes. So now our hero spends most of his day high on black meat. Luckily, his typewriter turns out to actually be a giant bug and tries to get him back on track.
That is a great sentence. These are words to live by, Bill. I'm glad these words are going into your report.
I don't know. Okay, so the exterminator sees his wife in Interzone, except it can't be his wife because although she's the same actress and has the same name, she's actually married to this other guy and has been married to him for quite some time. So while it's his wife, it's not the one he killed. It's like some alternate reality version of his wife, I guess.
This is all happening telepathically, non-consciously.
What do you mean?
If you look carefully at my lips, you'll realize that I'm actually saying something else. I'm not actually telling you about the several ways I'm gradually murdering Joan. About the housekeeper, Fidela, whom I've hired to make Joan deathly ill by witchcraft. About the medicines and drugs I've given her. About the constant nibbling away at her self-esteem and sanity that I've managed without being at all obvious about it.
I don't know. That's all the time we have for this part of WTF Cinema's review of Naked Lunch. Come back next week if you hate yourself.
Thank you for watching WTF Cinema. Until next time, What the f, man?